So we got called 12:45 this afternoon. Our first unit got here within about 5 or 6 minutes. Witnesses witnessed a kayaker fall out of his kayak. They attempted to go out and get him, but were not able to reach him. Witnessed him go underwater. So within a couple minutes, we had some swimmers in the water to search the area. They did an extensive search for about 25 minutes from the point that we, were shown that he went down to the shoreline. They continued to search that area. We immediately, upon dispatch, had requested Louisville Fire's dive team. So they responded and they arrived about 1:20. They had a dive boat in the water about 5 or 6 minutes later, and they have been diving the area looking for a victim, but we so far have been unable to locate anything.
Can you give a description of who you're looking for?
We don't have any information on the victim other than we think it's a male in his mid to late 30s. White male, mid to late 30s is the only description we have so far.
Is there anything about this lake in particular that would make it dangerous on any other day?
No, it's not a relatively large lake. It does have some deep areas, 20 to 30 feet right in the center. The majority of the lake is only about 12 or 13 feet deep. It's not a lot of current. It has some current on the surface from wind, but in general, it's a fairly safe lake.
Do you know if he was out alone or with other people?
As far as we know, he was alone.
Has family been notified, or is family out there?
I do not know if the family has been notified or if they're out there.
And you said it was a kayak, right?
Correct.
So
The individual was in a kayak.
Been recovered?
Yes.
So how many? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. How many divers did you say were out there? Because it's your guys' team and then the.
Right. So we have about 9 water rescue technicians that have been swimming surface water, checking the area, and then Louisville Fire, I think, responded with 4 or 5 divers that have actually gone down. They typically only send 1 or 2 divers down at a time, but they've been actively diving the area and searching the area. They have sonar on their boat, so they can search the area with side sonar to see if they get any indication of anything on the bottom of the lake. There's a lot of grass on the bottom of the lake, which makes it very difficult for the sonar to see whether it's seeing the bottom of the lake or it's seeing 3 or 4 feet of grass. So that has definitely impacted the search efforts.
I mean, the lake's not that big, right? So there's not. I mean, if you had to guess, like how big is the lake?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a large lake, but it does wrap around a little bit over here. I mean, I couldn't give you a guess on like acreage.
Still enough to like search.
Yeah, there's enough to search. We're kind of transitioning over. LMPD is getting ready to put some divers in the water. We got the call at 12:45. So if we assume he went in around that time, it's now 3:35. So we're, over 3 hours almost into this, and we're looking at more of a recovery, most likely, if we do find someone. So.
And you said this is kind of an unusual occurrence to have something like this happen on here, right?
Yes, yeah, it's pretty unusual out on this lake.
Is there anything in particular that is making this search a little bit more difficult, or challenges that you guys are facing out there?
Just really the grass on the surface or on the bottom of the lake. So the divers reported that they've got 4 to 5 up to 6 feet of grass growing on the bottom of the lake. So as the diver gets down to the bottom, they're having, they have no visibility through the grass, so they're having to search in the grassy areas, and then obviously it impedes the functionality of the sonar to see the bottom of the lake. But as far as the surface, no. I mean, the surface, there's really no challenges. I mean, there's a little bit of a breeze that's pushing the boats, so generally try to make sure doing more of an organized search. The breeze pushes the boats a little bit, which makes a little bit of a challenge, but not very much. It's not like a river or anything like that.
I know there's no way you could predict when this might come to a conclusion, but based on at least the numbers in terms of the size of the lake, the difficulties it's presenting with the high grass, what is your best estimate on how long it could take?
I hate to give numbers. I think they will probably locate him today because we have a pretty specific area we're searching. If there is any current, the wind, it's moving from our search area to the shore as opposed to further out into the more centralized area of the lake. So that's where they're focusing the search. But I say that it could end up going into tomorrow. But I'm confident that they'll find him today.
And there's no indication as to what happened to have this occur in the first place?
No, witnesses just said that they witnessed him fall out of his kayak. He appeared to be struggling, so a gentleman swam out to try to help him and was unable to get to him. So.
the size of the lake overall? I know we kind of touched on that, but do you know how much land does it actually cover, or what its widest point?
I don't know. I would be purely guessing if I said that, so I don't want to
And
say something and be completely off.
The other people that were out there at the time, like, are they now? Were they told to leave, or is it just like rescue people out there now, or is it?
I think the witnesses may still be talking to police. They may still be around, or they may have been released. But other than that, there's no other presence on the lake except rescue and police.
Are we going to be allowed to go any closer?
That'll eventually be up to police. Like I said, we're kind of in the process of transitioning to LMPD because their dive team does more of a organized search pattern and search grids. They are a little bit more versed in the recovery aspect of things. So we'll be turning the scene over to them, and then that'll be up to them on how close they want to let you guys over. So.